Hello. This is Debbie Drum, and welcome to this week's workshop mini. Last week, we talked about how to leverage an old blog that still gets traffic. So let's say you have like old content or old stuff that you don't really want to showcase, but the blog still gets traffic. What do? Well, I answered that question. So I'll link back to the show notes to that video. You should definitely check it out. And as we're talking about blogs and as we're talking about content, I decided to continue with the conversation and talk about other places where you can post content other than your blog. So why would you not post something to your blog? Well, maybe it's a new blog and you're not getting too much traffic on it. And you want to have that instant traffic and you want to have instant credibility. And we know that sometimes it takes a really long time to grow a blog and gain interest and gain some traffic on that blog. And there are other things that you can do, other places where you can post content where you can get traffic a lot quicker than just posting it on your blog. Okay, and I'm going to be talking about 3 of those traffic sources today. Okay, so I'm going to talk about, they're in no particular order, but I'll talk about what I use the most, what I'm using intermittently, like here and there, and then another traffic source, which I'm going to tell you about. I don't really use it because it's not beneficial for me in my business, but I could see how it could be very beneficial to somebody else's, maybe who doesn't have a built-in traffic source like a list or something like that. Okay, sound fair enough? Okay, good. I see a lot of people are here and they are excited, and I'm excited too. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show my screen. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen, and you should also be able to see me as well. Yeah, looks cool. All right, so this is the first spot, and it is Pinterest. And Pinterest is a really great source of traffic, especially now. Today, I don't know the statistics. We did a webinar last week, actually, that I will link to. And Daniel Hall and John Kramer really know the statistics of how many visitors per month come to Pinterest, how long they stay, how much they click, how much they buy. They do all those things on Pinterest. And there are some strategies that you can use to get a significant amount of traffic on Pinterest. Okay, so one of the things that I do every time I do one of these live sessions here, I make it into a blog post, and I make a little thumbnail photo that looks like this. And this is coming directly from my blog, and I post it on Pinterest. So the same splash screen, which is the image that you see here, is actually the same splash screen that I'm using on YouTube. So I don't want to duplicate too much work, but because I'm just using the same image across the board. So, but what I do want to show you and bring to your attention, if I do go to my blog, I'm just going to shut that off, and I click on it, and I have one of these plugins here that make it easy to publish to all these different sites here. So this is the one that I want to bring to your attention, blogging and internet marketing tips. So if I go here, I think this is where, here, this is a board, blogging and internet marketing tips. So this is a strategy that my friend John Kramer came up with, and it's to make these vertical type graphics that really capture attention that even some of them have a ton of information on them without even you having to click. So some of them are like ads, make $300 per month, but some of them, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find one. Actually, if we go back to mine, I thought this one was really cool. So this is an example of one that has the content already on the graphic itself, so you don't have to click out, which is nice. So this is Instagram content, and it tells you what to do every single day. Monday, post a picture of your workspace. Tuesday, post a piece from your portfolio, you know. So every single day it tells you what to do, and then it has some branding here, which is nice. And then if you wanted to go look at more information from this person, you would just click on their pin, and it brings them right to this nice looking blog here, okay? So this is actually two ways of getting traffic. One is getting traffic on Instagram with a nice captured image with the actual content right on the image. And then the second is bringing the traffic to the blog. So either way, it's kind of a double whammy because this person is getting traffic from both places, from Instagram and also to the blog there as well. But what's cool about this board and I forget where it was, where I might have to go back. But what's cool about this board is that it's a group board, and it already gets a ton of traffic. And being a part of this program here that we promoted last week, if you want to check it out, with all the ways to get traffic from Pinterest. You get to be part of this community board where you can literally post something and instantly start getting traffic right away. And you can see how that would be beneficial or more beneficial than just posting something on your blog, trying to get maybe SEO or getting paid traffic, or posting it on Facebook, which doesn't really get a lot of organic traffic these days, unfortunately, right? So I love Pinterest. I'm getting a ton of traffic from Pinterest, and every single week, or I think daily, I might even get an email from Pinterest saying what to check out. But more importantly, I think every month I get a notification from them how many views I get on my pins, and also, what pins are performing the best, which is really cool because then I know what kind of content is more appealing to the people who are following me. Beth says, how do I find that on Pinterest again? If you're looking for the training, I'll post it in the notes. I believe it is probably still available. I can make it available for you. It's a really great training, and they actually show you how to create, I think they call it a typographic, so it's not an infographic. They actually don't even recommend doing infographics, because if you don't know what an infographic is, it's a long graphic of pretty much like a whole blog post, and it takes hours upon hours to create, whereas these kind of typographics don't take very long to create, and people absolutely love them. So here's another one that has content on the actual image itself right here. Yeah, let me see if I can just get that link for you, if I can find it. I believe it's Pinterest 2, yeah. So this is the link for the replay, and if it doesn't work, then I'll get them to reopen it for you. So let me just post it here right now. Okay, so this is the first way to get traffic. So not only posting it to your blog, but also posting the content elsewhere, which is an automatic traffic source, okay? The second traffic source, which I'll talk about, and this one is one that I said that I was starting to use and I really want to use it more often is a site called Quora. How many of you heard of Quora before? Just type a 1 in the questions box. Yeah, I'm getting some ones. So type 0 if you've never heard of it, so you can participate as well. Just let me know. Lots more zeros. Okay. Quora is really, really cool. Again, I don't know the statistics on how much traffic this gets, but there's a ton of users that use this site, and it's pretty much a question and answer site. So you can go in here and you can fill out your profile, you know, take a couple minutes to fill out a detailed profile when you create your account. And here are all the things that no, this is not actually me. You see my profile here. So here are some of the things that I said that I was interested in: pickleball, book publishing, Amazon, YouTube marketing, best-selling author, copywriting, video marketing. Okay, so all this stuff I said I was interested in, and Quora gives me feeds. Sometimes they match and sometimes they don't match on what my interests are as it pertains to what questions I could potentially answer. So somebody asked a question: how long does CreateSpace or Amazon Publishing take to ship a sample paperback to you? I mean, that's like right in my wheelhouse right there. So I went ahead and I answered that question, right? So, and you can actually see how many, some of them say how many views they've gotten, and some of them don't. So this one I answered and it got 4 views. So, but the point is that these things don't disappear. They're not like here today, gone tomorrow, like Facebook. Facebook content disappears because it just it disappears from your feed, right? And it only shows to the people who actually are viewing your feed at that moment. But Quora, it has a whole database of question and answer search queries, and you could always go in there and ask a question, see past questions, see popular questions, and see them all the way from the beginning of time. And some of the questions, like, they don't even have answers, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. Like if a question doesn't have an answer to it, it might not be a popular question. But if a question like even has 20 answers, you can go in there and put in your 2 cents, and everybody who has participated in that feed will get a notification that somebody else has answered the question, and you will get instant traffic to your answer. Okay. Also, what's cool about this site, and it's not cool to do this, which I learned, is that you can go ahead and ask a question and answer your own question, which is totally acceptable. What's nice about this is that, and you can go ahead and play around with it, but you can put pictures, you can put videos, and you can do whole text blog posts right in here. So isn't this better to do than to just post on a blog that's not getting any traffic? I think I'd rather post it on a place where that's already getting traffic and has the potential of getting traffic ongoing till forever. Okay? So that's the second method. So the third one, we're changing it up a little bit. So let's talk about LinkedIn. I don't use LinkedIn as much anymore, but it definitely has a great source of built-in traffic that I have used actually to get great traffic from. Okay, so you can actually go to, they call it articles here. So, and here, if you click on articles, I wrote this post a while ago here. So what I was doing is I was actually taking, and this is kind of another step that I could be doing in my process of my weekly workshops, is I could be transferring all these posts over to a new post in LinkedIn, okay? And as you can see here, you can, again, you could put videos, you could put content, you could put traffic, and you could link out to other things like sales letters and squeeze pages, things like that. Really, really cool. And what's great about it is, again, you can completely take the content from anywhere, any blog that you have, and literally just copy and paste it, make it look nice and pretty, and start getting traffic from LinkedIn. And that's a great strategy. It's actually, I think, is better than the Facebook strategy because, again, with a group, it's kind of like with a group, it's a very closed community. So you might not be getting traffic from the outside world if you're just doing it in a group. Whereas in LinkedIn, it's kind of a universe in itself of people looking for content, and I think this will even work even better. So I'm kind of happy that the Facebook thing didn't work out because this is an even better strategy. So instead of putting your time, again, energy and resources into a blog that might not be getting as much traffic, go to sources like Pinterest, Quora, and LinkedIn where there's already built-in traffic, and then start creating content on those sites as opposed to content that, yeah, you want to build up, and you could build up, but it might take very, very long, okay?